They say, "Uncle, what was the joke?" He says, "You know, you said something and the guy read it and you had to give him $100. You lost." I said, "Yes, I lost." "What was the joke?" They couldn't catch it. I said, "You see, the joke was, my son, you have certain difficulties. You Arabs, you have special difficulties. You come from Saudi Arabia or from any Arab country. Before you leave the country, you learn grammar, you learn vocabulary to fit yourself into the university so you can get the knowledge, become a technician, an engineer, whatever, and you go back home. But colloquial English, very difficult. The Englishman, the American, he's talking and he's joking and he's laughing, and you don't know what the joke is about because you haven't got the mastery over the language. Number one, your problem, you do not understand English too well. Number two, Swaggart was reading archaic English, old-fashioned. See, this I gave him a modern translation where they call a spade. He was not reading that. He's reading something archaic, old-fashioned. Not modern English, old-fashioned. And he was reading 60 miles an hour. So he's reading, "Son of man, there were two women, daughters of one mother, and they committed whoredoms in Egypt. They committed whoredoms in the youth." And the Arab said, "Whoredom? What is whoredom? Whoredom." He's thinking, whoredom. And he's gone 10 miles beyond, he's gone. He says, before you can catch up, he's gone. What is whoredom? What does the poor Arab know? Whoredom. Huh? What does he know? Whoredom. So he's thinking, whoredom. What is that? What did he say? Huh? 10 miles gone. So the guy's reading 100 miles an hour. Shh. And I said, to you people, pornography is no pornography. 24 hours a day, you see it on TV. So it doesn't shock you anymore. Suppose you understood it too, it won't shock you. You see the words, you know, the language that they're using, filthy, dirty language, every other word is a swear word. So to you, pornography is no pornography. This was the thing. But I challenged, I said, no decent man, no decent Christian can read it to his mother, his sister, his daughter, or even to his fiancée if she is a good woman. So I got read it. And now we found out that he was not a good man. You found out that he was not a decent man. He proved again and again that he's not a decent man. He read it. But I doubt if a sensible Christian can ever come and read it to his congregation. Ezekiel chapter 16. Ezekiel chapter 23. But there's one little snippet I can leave with you. The Jewish James Bond in the Bible. You know James Bond? James Bond from Russia with Love. The book of Judges in the Bible. Chapter 16, verse 1. Don't go far. Chapter 16, verse 1. Then Samson. You know Samson, that hero, that great guy? You saw the film Samson and Delilah. But this is that Samson. Then Samson went to Gaza, where all the trouble is taking place. You know, in Madrid, they're discussing Gaza and West Bank. He's talking about that Gaza. Then Samson went to Gaza and saw a harlot. You know what's a harlot? A whore. You know what's a whore? A prostitute. Now you know a hooker. You know what's a hooker? You don't know? What to talk to you people? I'm wasting my time. I'm wasting my time with you all. A harlot, a whore, a prostitute, a hooker. You don't know? Ask your neighbor. Ask your neighbor. He saw a harlot there and went in and to her. That's all. He went in and to her. He had sex with her. With a harlot, with a prostitute. He did zina. And Allah didn't punish him. Nothing. Not one word of condemnation. Nothing. So this is the teaching for you. So, man, this is like eating peanuts. You know, you see a harlot, a prostitute, a whore, a hooker, and you go in and he says, well, it's just like eating peanuts. Carry on. Nothing. What have you done? Nothing. Nothing serious. Look, this is not in the book of God. Because every type of stories we tell children. Dr. Vernon Jones, he carried out experiments on a group of school children to whom certain stories were being read. And he said that these stories, whatever stories you tell these children, they made certain slight but permanent changes in character, even in the narrow classroom situation. The type of stories that you tell creates the type of mentality that you have. If you tell them good stories about brave men, good men, heroes, they'll start behaving like that. You tell them all this filth and rot. You see in my country, what I can buy here in Stockholm and take them to South Africa. I go to jail for 2 years. If I get it from your London Heathrow airport, I can buy in the bookstores. I go to jail for 2 years. Kennedy Airport. If I buy the things that I can get there, for my curiosity, and I take it home, 2 years jail. That country, land of apartheid, as far as morality is concerned, they are very strong. The injustice they did to us, that's at a different level. Racism, that's different. But morality, ethics, pornography, they hate it. 2 years jail. So they know that the type of literature that your children read, you read, is going to contaminate your minds. That's all. But in the book of God, unlawful. But you see there in the Bible, rape, incest, types and types of incest. I don't know whether you know how many types of incest there are in the Bible. In the book of Genesis, you start incest between father and daughter. Then, still in the book of Genesis, the first book of the Bible, between son and mother. Then, still in the book of Genesis, still in the first book, you find father-in-law and daughter-in-law. What kind of book is this? Incest after incest. Types and types of incest. You don't know how many types of incest can take place. Go to the Bible and you'll get them. All different types of incest. You don't have to read another book on sexology to find out the types of incest that you can commit. This is in the Holy Bible. References are there. Then this book describes God in a very, very shameful manner, blasphemous manner. This book, if it's a book of God, how can God utter these? How can God Almighty dictate these words? Listen. Book of Isaiah, chapter 7, verse 20. In the same day, the Lord will shave with a hired razor. Lord means God. He's going to shave with a hired razor. With those from beyond the river, with the king of Assyria, the head and the hair of the legs, and the hair of the legs. And will also remove the beard. He'll shave your beard as well. Your legs, how far will the hairs be removed? God talking like that. God dictating that God is going to do that. He's going to shave with a hired razor. You know the cutthroat razors there. And he's going to shave your legs. Huh? God is going to shave your legs and your head and your beard. Does it befit God? God writing like this. These are his words. Astaghfirullah. And some more. Smoke went out from his nose. 2 Samuel, chapter 22, verse 9 to 11. Smoke went from his nostrils. You know when you smoke and you take out smoke from your nostrils? Well, God is big, so all smoke must be coming out from his nostrils, from his nose. And devouring fire from his mouth, like the dragon. You see the Chinese dragon? And you see the fire, like a flamethrower. They use it in World War I. Flamethrower. You know flamethrower? You see the flame going. So something came out from God's mouth. Listen, I'm only reading. He says, and devouring fire from his mouth. Coals were kindled by it. You know, pile of coal lying. And the flame goes out and set the coal on fire. He bowed the heaven also and came down with darkness under his feet. He rode upon a cherub. God Almighty, he rode upon a cherub. And flew. You know what is a cherub? Cherub. They have it in the Vatican. I've been there to the Vatican. The holiest holies in Christendom. And this is the picture taken in the Vatican, the holies of holies. This is the cherub. There are 2 cherubs there in marble, flesh color. Please don't take photos of this, because in Arab countries this tape will be banned. You can see it. This is actual photo taken from the holies of holies, the Vatican. There are 2 beautiful young ladies, young, crisp, well-proportioned, flesh color, smooth as silk, absolutely naked, but with wings. There are 2 there, pair, one facing the other. And if you ever put your hand over that marble, you will get an electric shock. You ask them, what is that? He said, that's a cherub. That's a cherub. Means a baby.